Today we're going to break down two of the saddest scenes from one of the greatest television shows of all time, The Wire. Yeah, a lot of people always mention when someone gets erased as one of the saddest moments, like Wallace or Omar or Bodie, but I believe the show was deeper than that. So let's really break this down today. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube. So first, I want to talk about Randy and his storyline just in general. When he's at the hospital yelling at Sergeant Carver, "Are you going to save me?" That's one of the saddest situations because he knows that he's going to be jumping foster home to foster home after that, and he's never going to make it out of this depressing life. The hand that he was dealt, you can just see the writing on the wall. When Officer Herc set him up to be labeled as a snitch, that really changed Randy's whole entire life. I mean, these were good kids, but you can see where their situations, I would say it just changed their life. It was just sad what happened to Randy. He was hustling, his candy, doing his thing in school, but then being labeled as a snitch by the cops, it really changed. I mean, just look what happened to Randy. Just look at episode 1. They're on the block, they're kids just having fun. By the end, his whole life changed. But that's how real life happens. There's people that are stuck in these situations that cannot get out of it. So The Wire is just a great example. I mean, think about where Randy could have been. That's the most important part. But you see what his situation got him into. And that's why I believe that's one of the saddest moments when he's yelling at Officer Carver, because Carver knows as well there is nothing he can do. He tried to save him. He tried to put him in different, homes. He tried to adopt him or whatever he was trying to do. But yeah, Officer Carver knew it was over and Randy's going to be another statistic. But let's also talk about Mike and Daquan, a.k.a. Dookie. When Mike was dropping Dookie off to become really the new Bubbles, and Daquan talked about, "Do you remember summers past?" That was super sad. And Mike is like, "No, I don't." But I believe Mike did. But in that situation, either Mike knew and he didn't want to bring it up because he just knew that Daquan's life was changing at that point and he didn't want to bring up the good memories, or Mike was so far gone mentally that he forgot about the good days. I mean, these were just great kids, but then you see how the hood situation changed all of them. Just one situation. I mean, man, just look at Mike, Daquan, Dookie, Randy, just all of these kids in general. Just one situation changed them. Mike was a good kid. He went from not wanting the money to really just being the new guy on the block doing whatever. The big hustler, the big boss. And Dookie, man, he was dealt a bad hand. It was definitely sad. His family was stealing his clothes. Man, but then he had nothing left. He tried to stay with Mike, but he ended up being kind of what his whole family had been his whole entire life. So that's a very sad situation. But I believe these two moments are some of the saddest situations The Wire had. But let me know in the comments, outside of anyone being erased, what was some of the saddest moments you believe in the 5 seasons of The Wire? Let us know in the comments.